So today, except me, myself, I'm Cheryl, coming from the Hong Kong Baptist University. I have two really stunning students who will share their experience on how to manage their finance status uh, to be a university student here in Hong Kong. So first, we have Shandos, a year three student from Kazakhstan, and he's a more senior one, so he can definitely share his really great experience on how to manage his spending expenditures and also how to make some money by uh, you know acquiring some jobs or what. And the other one, we have Nini, a year one student from Myanmar, who is a more junior one and just started her university life for less than a year. But then she will have some tips for you for, how to save more money in order to, uh, uh, you know, become more stable in Hong Kong and also to be more a good money saver in order to uh, sustain in Hong Kong as well. So now it's the time for Shandong to share his personal experience and smart tips on managing his money as a university student. So it's your time.
Yep. Uh, yeah, you can see, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this seminar. And here we're going to talk just on tips, how to manage your finances during studying at HKBU. Oh, wait. Yeah, here. Okay. My name is Jandos. I'm incoming fourth year international student from Kazakhstan. I'm majoring in mathematics and statistics, and I'm also taking concentration in data science and also minoring in physics and green energy. So if you guys have any questions, you can just ask it in the end. Okay, so today what we're gonna cover, I just cover my experience on how to manage finance. First one, we're going to talk about expenditures. Then I will tell you about different financial aids, maybe some scholarships. And then I also talk about earnings, like the ways how you can earn money in Hong Kong. Okay, for expenses, I just divided this part in 4 sections. First one is accommodation. It's like your dormitory, your apartments, and so on. Second one is food. Third one is entertainment, shopping, and others. And fourth one, the transportation in Hong Kong. So here's like my bar chart of my expenditures. So basically, I spent around 6,000 Hong Kong dollars, or equivalently of 770 USD. You guys can see you can transfer your currency to Hong Kong dollars by using these numbers. Okay, so here, as you can see, I spent around 2,200 Hong Kong dollars, which is like 37% of my monthly expenditures. So what is 2,200 Hong Kong dollars? So what I did, I think you know that you guys gonna pay around 18,000 for the whole year to live in dormitory. So I just divided by 9. So it's like 9 months, and it's around 2,200 Hong Kong dollars. On food, I spent around 2,400 Hong Kong dollars. What does this mean by food? Half of the day, the first half of the day, I usually cook, and the other half of the day, I'm eating outside, like in some restaurants and so on. So it's like I'm not just going outside and eating at restaurants constantly. It's like I'm also cooking. And entertainment shopping is like 1,000 Hong Kong dollars. So just like basically shopping, going outside, like having fun with my friends, and so on. And for transportation, as you can see, it's just 5% or 300 Hong Kong dollars. Very cheap, extremely cheap. And I explain you later why it's so cheap. Okay, for accommodation, I think you guys know everything, like most of the information about accommodation, where you guys gonna live, how many people in the room, and so on. I'll just give you some few tips on the finances regarding accommodation. First one, household goods like bed sheets, plates, utensils need to be bought by yourself. don't expect that you guys can go like enter the house or dormitory and you guys will be given like bed sheets and so on. You have to buy it by yourself. But at the same time, like electric stove, fridges, ovens, microwaves, rice cookers, and other stuff, like will be provided in the common lounges. So you guys will just chip in, like the whole 4 mates. You guys will just collect the money, and then on the whole money, the like whole tutor is the one who is responsible for the whole 4. Will buy you guys like like not fridges, but rice cookers, like this kind of stuff. That's all for finances here. And one more thing, I think you guys want to know how to stay during summer, because now I think, for example, now me and Nini, actually the semester already finished, but still we are here in at the uni. So basically how it's working, uni gives you opportunity to stay on summer also, like to stay at dormitory. But the thing is, you have to enroll in some summer courses, or you have to take curriculum related jobs like internships, this kind of stuff. So otherwise, you won't be able to stay at host because like if you just want to stay here for fun, unfortunately you won't be able to. You have to find something like to work, to study on, and so on. And the other thing is, if you want to stay on summer, try to save money, try to plan your budget and so on, because usually you have to pay for summer around May, maybe in some cases around April. So in most of the cases, my friends and basically me in first year, I didn't know about this, and like we faced few problems because of this. Yeah. For transportation, usually for students and overall in Hong Kong, we use trains here. So it's like railway trains, subway trains. It's because it's very popular, it's very fast, it's kind of cheap, and it has a lot of like stations here in Hong Kong. So for transportation, we use card called Octopus. So Octopus is kind of card where you can use it basically everywhere. You can buy groceries, you can buy everything here in Hong Kong with Octopus. But there is like special card called Student Octopus. So for students, Hong Kong offers like kind of student promotion where you guys can like travel with 50% discount. So it's like very cheap. For example, from Hong Kong Baptist University, if you want to go to the center of Hong Kong, it will cost like maybe 4 or 5 Hong Kong dollars, like very cheap. And here, I think really nice information here. So I think you guys will buy tickets in the future so many times, like airplane tickets and so on. I think I want to let you know that there are actually some student promotions in some airlines also. For example, Qatar Airways offers up to 20% discount with extra baggage and some other benefits like Wi-Fi, for example, to students. So what you need to do, you just need to go to their website, then sign up, and then like upload your student card. But I know you now don't have your student card, but after you receive it, like after 4 or 5 months, you can do it. So you'll get like 20% discount. It really saves a lot of money because I know that tickets are very expensive, but still. And also, if you plan to travel outside of Hong Kong, check the visa arrangements. What I mean is that, for example, you came to Hong Kong and then during some holidays, you want to travel to some mainland China or South Korea or Japan because they're very near to Hong Kong. In some cases, it's to be more cheaper for you guys to make visa like at your home countries. Okay, so if you know that you want to go Japan, for example, you just check maybe in your home country it will be cheaper to make visa. Okay, so this is for transportation. Now for entertainment, shopping.
Shandos, before you continue to talk about the spending, about the expenses, I would like to supplement some information. Like for the first one, you talk about the accommodation, right? So because Shandos is senior student, so he is living in a service apartment, be like the dormitory, in the university. So Nini, actually, she is living in a dormitory. in a 3-person room. So for those who are going to live in the 2-person room or 3-person room in the university, you may refer to the examples and the cost that she will mention later on, because some senior students actually they will be invited to live in another apartment in the university, which requires a higher cost. So for junior student like freshmen and like year 1 or year 2, like almost all of them will be living in a dormitory instead of a service apartment. So Nini will talk about more on this part later on. And the second part, Shandos just mentioned about the transportation cost, right? So I know that today we have, of course, we have some freshmen to be for Hong Kong Baptist University, but at the same time, we have some like students from maybe they're still searching for the right university to enter. For those of you, please pay attention, because Hong Kong Baptist University is actually located in the city center. So that's why the transportation cost would be much cheaper, because we are in city center. So you can go to different parts of the city, I mean in Hong Kong, with a cheaper cost. But if you are entering the other universities in Hong Kong, you may be aware of this point. Yeah, I just want to add this. Yeah. Okay, so your time, Shandos.
Okay, for the spendings like on shopping and so on. So here in Hong Kong, the weather is, I think on winters, the average temperature is like around plus 17 degrees. And for summers, it's like plus 30 degrees. So we don't have winter. It's not really cold. So what you need is just like during winter, maximum you can wear is like maybe some jacket, hoodie, like this kind of stuff. So it's not like, for example, in Kazakhstan, we have minus 30 during winters, minus 25. So for you guys, for those of you, check the temperature. Like you don't need to buy like some heavy stuff like we're wearing in Kazakhstan. So here, for example, I just wrote a few stuff. For if you want to buy like casual shorts plus t-shirt, let's say, for example, at Uniqlo, you need to spend around 300, like on average. You can find it for cheaper options, like $200, but average is 300. If you want to buy, for example, some simple shoes from Adidas, it would be around 500. Again, you can find cheaper options for 300 and some more expensive options, but yeah, average is around 500. Also, yeah, before I will continue, I just want to mention that basically in Hong Kong offers a lot of student promotions. For example, you want to go to cinema, or you want to go and buy some MacBook or iPad or something like this, or tickets. Hong Kong offers a lot of student promotions, like 20%, 30%, and so on. So for example, always check for student discounts. Apple, Disneyland, Coke and Flap, it's like concerts, and others, just check student discounts because usually they provide it. For example, if you want to buy like Apple MacBook Air M2, like new one, not new one, but yeah, it will cost around 6,000 Hong Kong dollars for you, new one. I know that in your countries, probably it would be much more expensive because here Apple MacBook like basically assembled in China or nearby cities, so that's why it's so cheap here. So if you want to buy it, for example, if you're planning to buy a laptop or iPad, so consider to buy it here because here is much cheaper. Okay, for others, like if you want to go cinema, the cost would be around, like one ticket would be around 70 HKD. Again, it's with student discount because usually it's around 140, but with student discount, you can buy it for 70. For washing plus drying. So in your accommodation in the dormitory, you'll have like on the first floor, you'll have a lot of washing machines and drying machines also. So if you want to wash and dry your stuff, your clothes, you'll spend around 13 HKD. And one more thing, like it's very popular now, for example, among my friends to go China, like on some holidays, because China is very near. For example, if you want to go from Hong Kong to China, you'll spend just like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And it's very cheap, kind of. For example, if you want to go to mainland China, 5-day trip with hotels and so on, I think will cost around 1,500. But that's what it was for me. I'm not sure what about your expenses, but like I actually like I ate nicely. I was living in a nice hotel, so it was 1,500 per 5 months. Per 5 months.
Before you go to the another slide, can I go back to the previous one first?
Yeah.
The previous one, yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about the outfit, shoes, everything. So now Shandos is talking about something with brand. Like Uniqlo is a brand, like Adidas
Yeah.
is a brand. But if you have, you do not have a very high demand on branded outfits or branded shoes, then actually you can really get some really cheaper things like a pair of shoes. Maybe you can get a pair of shoes like at I think around 100 you can get something. And for outfits, I think around like under 100 per a t-shirt in Hong Kong. So of course you have your own choice, but I just want to let you know that we have a lot of different choices. But Shando is a trendy student, and different students have their choices and options. So Nini, actually, I know that she will actually talk about some options from her in Hong Kong. So maybe we can like listen to her later on. But of course, I know that Shandos may represent a large part of students in Hong Kong Baptist University as well. But just for your information, and also for the computer and iPads and everything, we have some student discount for university students in Hong Kong. So you may have some research, do some research on those discounts on the MacBook, or except Apple brand in Apple, we also have those in Microsoft and also other Windows laptop as well. So no worries, Apple is not your only option, but I know you guys love Apple, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but university, I think
Yeah.
it will send you guys email during August
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
like these promotions.
Yeah. So you can actually wait for some discounts so that you can get an Apple or get a laptop with a much lower price with your student identity in Hong Kong. Yeah. So yeah, please.
Okay, for food, so BU has a lot of on-campus canteens and restaurants where you can buy like cheaper food because it's also like this kind of discount. So on the right side, you can see like it just list of the restaurants that BU has on campus. So there's like you can see Starbucks here, Pacific Coffee, and actually like for example in Starbucks or Pacific Coffee they offer you discount also, student discount 30%. And I'll move on the next slide, but if you want to save a lot of money, try to cook as much as possible. So because groceries in the stores and bazaars are extremely cheap. So like just cooking, you can save so much money. Because for example, I mentioned that I spent on food like 2,400 before. But actually it's like now, but when I was first here, I spent maybe 1,000 because I had a lot of free time and I cooked as much as possible. So it was quite cheap. And also Hong Kong has a lot of cuisines, vegetarian as well as halal options. So like if you want to go get some specific cuisine, don't worry because Hong Kong is very like broad city. So it will have a lot of options. Here like approximate, I think prices for things, but just cover from the right side first. So for example, McDonald's will cost around like combo, like Coke, burger, like fries will cost around 50 Hong Kong dollars. Canteen food, like the drink with the food itself will cost around 45 Hong Kong dollars. It's like on campus canteen. Medium coffee with discount, like on campus, it works around 23 Hong Kong dollars. And one portion in some decent restaurant, like good one, not fancy ones, but like good ones, will cost I think around 90 HKD, Hong Kong dollars. And for the groceries, you'll think it's like kind of cheap, will be very cheap. 1 kilogram of bananas and apples is like 20 Hong Kong dollars. Like you can just refer to the pictures. It's like average price. What I mean by average price, for example, 1 kilogram of chicken beef is around 60 to 100 Hong Kong dollars. It means that you can actually find much cheaper options. You can find it for 40 Hong Kong dollars. But at the same time, you can buy, like you can find some more expensive options. So it depends only on you. It's like just average price. Yeah, you can find it here. Snacks, drinks, like 30 Hong Kong dollars, milk and bread around 17, 2 kilograms of rice 40, and 5 grams of pasta 13. Yep.
Hey, Shandos and Nini, I'm sure that you got some friends in the university that they are having an eating habit of halal food. So what do
Yes.
they usually have for the lunch, dinner, or anything?
For halal food, so basically, I'm also eating halal.
Mhm.
We're just ordering meat from some other factory. Like if you want to buy meat, the meat is very cheap there. It's like for 2 kilograms, we buy it for 55
Mm.
Hong Kong dollars. 2 kilograms of chicken. Like it's very cheap.
So you bought in the market.
And it's like every week we just have a group chat and we are writing
Ah,
like for example, I want 4 kilograms of chicken.
mm,
And the store, like it makes delivery.
mm,
Like you
mm.
have to order like more than 20, like more than 600.
How about if you want to dine outside?
Yeah, if you want to eat outside, there are a lot of halal options, especially in the center.
Mm,
Um, for example, on campus, only few restaurants provide halal options, only few. But if you just go outside, maybe 10, 15 minutes away, there are a lot of like halal restaurants also,
mm,
especially in the center. Especially
mm.
in the center, there are a lot of halal
Yeah.
options,
How
like
about Nini?
Turkey food,
Yeah.
like Nepali food, Bangladeshi food, and so many other options.
Mm. How about Nini?
Yes, actually, like my previous roommate, she is from Thailand, but she's halal. So basically, she's told me that like the halal food is kind of not that great, that great. But mostly she buy the food from Pacific Coffee and
Mm.
also from canteen. It's okay, but no very. Okay. Sometimes she always sick of eating halal food from canteen, and like Shando said, they always gather and order the halal meats together in a large amount, and the delivery is also very, I think, free, so it's very affordable for all of them. And sometimes she's from Thailand, so she always go to Kowloon City, and yes, it's just around like 20 minutes walk from the campus, so she always go to Kowloon City and try some other Thai food, something like that. So I think if you're from Southeast Asia, you might definitely need spicy things in Hong Kong.
Yeah, because I got some questions from the audience that they are worrying about the halal food options. So actually, no worry because I can't say majority, but as I know, many of our overseas students with some religious
Yes.
background, they are having a halal eating habit and they have no problem. Of course, you may need to order some food outside and you may not be able to eat all the food provided by the canteen. Our canteen, they have halal options, but it may not be your cup of tea. I will say in that way. You may not, I mean, you may not be used to that kind of cooking method, or you may not like the taste. So some of the students actually they will cook on their own,
Yes.
and it would be the most convenient way to feed yourself, I would say. But I want to stress our canteen provide halal option, but um that may not be your cup of tea. I just want to mention about
Yeah, it's like
because the cooking method, the taste, the ingredients, the sediments may not be something that you like. Yeah, yeah. So yes, so
so.
Shandos, yeah.
Yeah, one more thing. Like I have a lot of friends of mine who is eating halal food, and actually there's no problem. Like they don't find any problem to find halal food. So if you guys prefer some vegetarian or halal food or some other specific options, don't worry, you'll be able to find everything here. Okay, for financial aid, I will just cover it really fast. So HKBU offers a wide variety of scholarships, financial aids, loans, and other financial helps to students. And like if you want to check specific ones, please check the website of the Office of Student Affairs of HKBU for more details. It will be like one section here, there, like scholarship and financial aids. So you can just go there and check it like specific details. I will just tell about my experience, only my experience. So for those of you who like who can get like really nice grades, like GPA, high GPA. University also provides a lot of scholarships and money awards. So depending on your academic and also extracurricular performance. What does it mean? If you just like attend a lot of events, if you help the university with organizing events, it will be also counted like to your like performance. So and the department and university can give you like a money reward for this. And also, in case you face some financial difficulties by emergency situations, the unique case by case, of course, can help you to cover the following expenditures. For example, for me, in 2022, when it was COVID, we had to come to Hong Kong and be in quarantine hotel like for 14 days. And I didn't have enough money back then. So I asked uni, like, can you guys help me? Like, I have financial difficulties and so on. And actually, the university paid 50% of my like quarantine hotel, I would say. So it was like 2,500 Hong Kong dollars, but still was really a lot for me. So if you guys like face some financial difficulties, the uni can help you, but it's not like they'll help you 100%. But if you provide like the necessary proofs and the other documents, the uni will be more than happy to help you. And also for earnings. So most of the students here on campus, especially international students, they earn some money. So if you want to earn some good money during the academic year, you can work part-time. So like during academic studies, semester 1, semester 2, you can actually work, but it will be part-time. But during summer, you can work full-time. And university sends a lot of emails about work opportunities, maybe every day. Actually, every day I receive a lot of emails. And it's like university also provides different kind of trainings to get the jobs, like interview sessions, like this kind of stuff. Here, I want to say about on-campus jobs. They're like, you can become coffee barista, like work in Starbucks or Pacific Coffee. You can become librarian, student helper, research assistant, event organizer, hall tutor, and some other jobs. And usually you can work on campus no more than 20 hours a week. So because you're international students, you're not allowed to work like without limit. And 20 hours a week is like the maximum you can work. And the salary is around 55 Hong Kong dollars per hour. It's actually quite a lot. If you work just like 4 hours a day or 2 hours a day, it will be more than enough. More than enough. Like for me, it was more than enough to cover my expenses, like weekly expenses. And the juiciest part here is internships. So internships, it's like if you want to work in some company and it's like curriculum related job, you can work part-time during studies and full-time during summer. And for summer internship, the average salary is around 12,000 Hong Kong dollars. 12,000 is really huge amount of money, like especially for students. But it's, again, it depends. It's like average salary. As far as I know, the minimum on summer internship is around 6,000 Hong Kong dollars, 5,000 Hong Kong dollars. And the maximum is like, there's no limit actually. A few of my friends, they earn like 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. And it's really a lot of money. And also Hong Kong has a lot of opportunities, internship opportunities, because as you guys know, it's like financial hub and a lot of financial companies. So internships are paid really a lot. And also a few other tips in the end. So as you guys will come to Hong Kong, I recommend you to get the bank account as soon as possible, because the admission fee that you paid or you're gonna pay, scholarships and other awards would be sent only to your bank account. The university will not give you cash. They will just send, like, they'll give you check or bank account. So get the bank account as soon as possible. And for scholarship students, like for full scholarship students, please take some money for 2-3 months, because transfer of money takes some time. Because again, I'm telling you, like as soon as you get your bank account, it will also take some few weeks. And university has also like proceed all this like details, like bank details and so on. So usually they will send after 2-3 months of your arrival to Hong Kong. They will send you money. And also try to save some money for emergency situations, because there might be not emergency, like not like in the bad stuff, but there might be a lot of opportunities that you guys will face during uni studies, and sometimes it's very useful to have some money. And also try to create your budget and try to set priorities on your spendings. So it's like, for example, for students, they prioritize more like food and this kind of stuff. And for example, for me, I don't usually buy like very expensive clothes or something that I don't need. I only spend money like on food and on some necessary stuff. And also the last one is try to take advantage of student promotions and discounts in Hong Kong. As I said before, Hong Kong offers a lot of student promotions and discounts. Just try to get advantage of it, because after you guys graduate, you'll see that like there are no really a lot of promotions here. And that's all. Thank you for attention, everyone. Here you can find my number. If you guys have any questions, you can just, it's like WhatsApp, you can just text me and ask any questions basically related to my major, maybe studies, maybe finances also. So yeah.
Thank
You
you,
guys-
Shandell. It's very clear, very in-depth, and very personal. And I mean, he shared all personal expenses experience with you all. Yeah. And I just want to trim in one point is that we do have a bank, Hang Seng Bank branch inside the campus. But then it would be more convenient. And if you would like to do some complicated things like open an account or transferring some money, then it's better for you to visit the branches inside the malls nearby the campus. It's really convenient and not really far away from the campus. And it would be more like, it would be easier for you to ask some questions and do some complicated procedures in those banks, because some audience actually ask questions like that. And another question asked by the audience is about the number of hours they can work as a part-time in Hong Kong. So actually, Shandell's mentioned about that. It's less than 20 hours, but to play safe, most likely we will recommend students to make it like under 17 or 18 hours. Don't make it too maximum to the ceiling, you know. Always leave some space for yourself and also for the departments to arrange schedule for you, because some students actually they have part-time work from different departments or different parties, like maybe admissions office and maybe school of business. Then it may sometimes it would be difficult for you to schedule your working hours in a week. Yeah. And
yeah, I can
Yep.
answer. Can international someone asked, can international students work outside of campus, like freelancing jobs, tutoring? Yeah, actually it's quite popular here. And like you can actually work as tutor, but other kind of stuff where you can where you have to sign contract, it's actually not allowed. So,
Yep.
but if this work will be like curriculum related, for example, if you're a business student and going to some finance company work, if you sign the contract and you can like get some endorsement letter from the department, then and from the university also, you can actually work. It just will take like quite a while, like to fill all the documents and so on, but you can actually work if the department and the university agrees, so you can work. I mean, in most of the times they agree. If it's really like curriculum related job, they will agree. So there will be no hard like moments there.
So, as an official saying, freelance tutoring is not allowed for international students. You know that, right?
Yes.
But then what we are talking about, like what is less than 18 hours per week on for a job is on-campus job. So what kind of on-campus job you can work for? Like
Yeah, you can be like coffee barista, like
Yeah.
student helper, event
Yeah.
organizer. You can actually work, it's quite popular to work in
Yeah.
some research laboratory, like
Yeah.
to help some professors and so on. It's also paid. And
Yep.
yes, this kind of jobs, I think just common jobs.
So before we answer the other questions, maybe it's time for Nini to share with us first, and then we will come back to those questions later on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will
Thank you,
start.
Shandos. Yep. So Nini, again, she is a year one student now going to enter her year two life in Hong Kong Baptist University. And she's a more junior student compared with Shandos. So let's see how she managed her money and budget in Hong Kong.
Okay, so hello everyone. I think my focus will be on how to manage your money efficiently, because as a year one student, I know here there are so many students around the world and we have different backgrounds. So according to their situation, also the scholarship that you get, we need to manage efficiently. So my tip is okay. So first of all, budgeting is really, really important, because the university, if you're under the full scholarship, you will get 50,000 HKD per year, right? And then as Cheryl mentioned, we need to spend around 80 to 20,000 for our accommodation, especially in year one and year two, if we are living in the undergraduate hall. But as I mentioned earlier, now I'm currently living in 3-person room, so it's a little bit more cheaper and you can save more money. For 3-person room is around 60,000. So you can save up to 4,000 in your accommodation if you really want to save your money. It's just a tip. And also the rest of the money, around 30,000 HKD, you need to use that amount of money for the whole year efficiently. So how do I manage my budget and money this year? I will share some of my tips. So this is my monthly expense. So you guys might be a little bit surprised if I show the total amount later, because my expense is quite different from Shadows, because I am still the year one, as Shadow mentioned. In year one, mostly we are free and we have time to cook, and by cooking we can save so much money. So mostly my monthly expense is around I spend mostly on food 60%, and then for leisures and miscellaneous is 40%. For leisure, I always choose something that might cost that. For example, going to the cinema, I might choose going maybe going to the beach or maybe hiking, something like that, because it's more cheaper. And sometimes maybe you can choose some less, maybe a little bit expensive leisure activity like ice skating or something like that. Is quite fun, so you can choose that. And for the miscellaneous, maybe Chandra mentioned that you need to spend around 30 HKD for your laundry. And but if you're living in the undergraduate or in your year one and year two, it's more cheaper. Basically, for the washing machine, you need to pay 4.6 HKD, and for the drying, so if you do laundry for one time, including washing and drying, it's just around 10 HKD. It's more than enough. So it's really affordable. And another thing is you need to bear in mind is that aircon top up, because we are sharing the room with our roommate. So we need to top up our AC, and it's more like sorry. Okay, so for the AC, you need to top up for example, me and my roommate, we always manage to top up sometimes I top up and then my friend, and then we go in round. So it's really important for the AC. And also about the transportation, I think Shanto already mentioned about the student autobus card. So as a year one student, I highly recommend you to apply your student autobus card as soon as possible when you arrive in Hong Kong, because it takes around 1 month to receive your student autobus card. So while you are not receiving your student autobus card, you need to use the other card. So actually it's more expensive. The student autobus card is 50% more cheaper. So applying the student autobus card as soon as possible and get your card early as soon as possible, because you can save a lot of money. And another thing is the bank account, as Sherdo mentioned. So when bank account is really, really important. So when you first arrive in Hong Kong, I highly recommend you to bring some cash, like not even if not HKD, you can bring like dollar, something like USD, something like that, because the university cannot give you the scholarship money in cash and immediately. You need to wait around 2 months. So 2 months, and first of all, you need to open your bank account. So as Cheryl already mentioned, although we have a bank in the campus, mostly for the like opening bank accounts or other stuff, you need to go to the other branches, but it's not very far from our university. So basically, I just Google it, and maybe you can just type the name, the bank of the name is like Hang Seng Bank in our campus. Maybe you can just try out like Hang Seng Bank branches in Hong Kong, and then you will find the list, and then you can even check the service they give. So you can choose the convenience one, and you can choose the near location and go there. So it's really convenient. And for me, according to my personal experience, when I arrive here, I only need my passport and the letter given by our undergraduate board is our address, where are we living now, and our student ID card. That's all. And then they will open you a saving account, and after like 1 or 2 weeks, you can get all the information, and then update your bank info in your B-Unit-R, and then the school will transfer, the university will transfer the scholarship money. So you need to bear in mind that you need to open the bank account, you need to apply student autopass cards, and lastly, the HKID. Because if you're studying in Hong Kong for 4 years, we need our HKID. And the most important thing is that if we are going to do as a student helper, right, we need to register as a student helper. And in that case, we need our HKID. So if you're thinking about working as a student helper on campus job, you need to get your HKID as soon as possible. So apply HKID and get the appointment date as soon as possible. So this is just overall, and I think I put too much information, but I hope you can get it. And for the detailed expenses, okay, so I only spent around 2,500 to 3,000 HKD per month. Actually, it's very strict budget, but you can do it. For me, like for the miscellaneous, as I mentioned earlier, for transportation, Aecon top up, and also laundry, I only spent around 500 HKD. Actually, it's less than actually. And for the cooking, I always cook, and I will show you later some of my cooking. And I only spent around like 500. Yeah, because to be honest, on the first 2 months when I come to Hong Kong, I don't know how to buy grocery shopping. But later I found out the cheapest place, and then we can save a lot of money. For example, like never go to the supermarket. If you go to the supermarket, especially the vegetables are really expensive. But if you go to the wet market, and there is our market near our university called Lok Fu Market, is just around like 20 minutes walk from our university. And then like in around like 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. is just they are just wrapping up all the things. So when you go to the wet market around that time, you can get vegetable at a cheaper rates. So for example, like I only spend on my vegetable around 30 HKD for the whole week. Maybe sometimes not the whole week, maybe for 10 days. It's more than enough for me, because when you can get like cabbage, you can get carrot at very cheapest price. So go to the wet market instead of supermarket. But if you go to the supermarket, maybe in the first few days, you might be shocked. It might be more expensive. And for the like leisure activity, as I mentioned earlier, like make use of your money efficiently. So in the year one, basically we have so many activities. Sometimes you might feel overwhelmed because you don't know which one to try, because maybe you have hard activity, you have nature activity, and you also have like if you have some local friend, they might invite you to new places. So for me, like for the first 2 or 3 months, I was like going out almost every day. So I spent so much money on the first few months. And then for the canteen food and dining out, so for me, like mostly for lunch, I eat at the canteen. For the dinner, I cook at the hall. So for the canteen food, it's quite okay. For there are 3 canteens in our university. The first one is maybe the AAB building, 5th floor, and there's so much variety of food and even the halal option. And the second one is like the TLB building, and it's quite good. And I highly recommend to try the noodle in TLB canteen. And the last one is like in old campus. So it's really great. The old campus food is the best for me. So you can try various canteen food. And for the dining out, as I already mentioned earlier, like my friends and I, my roommates and I, we always go to Kowloon City. And in here you can find some Thai food. Actually, like I come from South Asia, Myanmar, so we eat so much spicy food. So whenever I'm in favor of spicy food, I always go to Kowloon City and try some Thai food, and it is really affordable. Okay, so this is what my total expense. But it might vary according to the person. So if you are going to spend so much money on like shopping, yeah, sometimes I also do some Thai. So if I go shopping, like it might be more than that. But for basic expense, it's just around like 2,500 to 3,000. So it's okay to maintain that budget. So
So as for Nini, she just mentioned about the location of the wet market and for the supermarket. I want to just stress this is only for Hong Kong Baptist University because again, we are located in the city center. So it would be much more convenient for our students to grab any, raw food to cook nearby the campus. But for those who maybe you are still considering if you would like to study at Hong Kong Baptist University, maybe you are considering about other universities in Hong Kong, you have to check before, if this is really important to you, you should check if there is any market, supermarket, something like that nearby the university before you apply to that university. So yeah, so I just want to add this. Yeah.
yes, that's very important. Yeah, our university in the city center, so you can go everywhere very easily. This is a really great point. So like you can see that the upper row is the something that I call, and the last row is about the thing that I ate in canteen, and sometimes I dine out. So it depends on. So you can choose the canteen food. Actually, canteen food also okay, but if you just keep eating the canteen food or like 24/7, you might get sick. Also, just go and dine out. So it's also okay. And now I want to focus on like emergency fund. Yeah, actually, we might have no emergency. It's better if there is no emergency. But if you can save some money and saving for your own, especially like I came from Myanmar, so if for the country like for the student who come from country like me, it's really important to keep in mind that it's not that easy to transfer the money. We have so many problem, like the banking system in our country is very complicated. So if you need money, even your parent can give you money. The process is not that easy. So just in case, please save an emergency fund. So it's really important for me. Like I save this year I saved money and how I use it in an efficient way. And I tried the Modern United Nations Club, and it is a club in our university, and also I tried the overseas conference. And actually the overseas conference is covered by university like 60%. But for the expenses and other ground transportation, I need to pay for myself. And I use my saving on that extracurricular activity. I think this is the best decision for me that I make during the year one because I save the money and use this in an efficient way and to strengthen my portfolio. And so I think this is a great way. So make sure that you save money and emergency fund, and making sure you use it efficiently. And as like Shadow mentioned, if you're willing to stay in hall during the summer, is also a tip. Like you need to save money for the summer hall fee, and you need to keep some amount of money just in case. But for the for if you think about emergency issue, maybe you think about health issue, don't worry, our university have like a clinic in the old campus, and yeah, it's just around 30 HKD. So, and to be honest, for the first few months, I can't get used to the weather in Hong Kong, so I often sick, and I need to go to the university clinic, and it's very convenient and also efficient. So I highly recommend you regarding to your health issue, don't hesitate to go to the university clinic. So it's really great. And for about the weather, like I heard that Shadow mentioned that like in the winter, Hong Kong is around like 70 to 20, sometimes lower than like 50, 70, something like that. And in summer around 30. So for Shadow, he comes from Kazakhstan, so he think like Hong Kong weather winter is not cold. But for me, like I come from South Asian country, and in my hometown in summer like around 40 degrees Celsius. So Hong Kong winter is very cold for me. So just think about check the temperature, and if you think that it might be very cold for you, please bring some clothes for maybe winter, because mostly when we come to the university in August is the like summer, so summer or like raining season, so we don't have that winter cold. But for me this year, Hong Kong winter is really cold for me. So just think about and check your temperature in your home country and in Hong Kong, and prepare the things in advance. And another thing, I think Shadow already highlight that, take advantage of student discount. Yep. The most important thing is that you need to bring your student ID wherever you go. Please bring your student ID and also your HK ID when you get it. So you need to bring all the card whenever you go in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong, like everyone is only using card or like kind of mobile payment. So it's important to bring your student ID and HK ID wherever you go. So okay, these are some activities that I tried during my year one. So mostly if you're living in the undergraduate hall, the first photo, so we have a like hall dinner occasionally. So maybe we will enjoy like pizza or some like chicken and burger, something like that. So there will be hall party or hall dinner together. And the photo in the middle, as in I came from Myanmar, so we sometimes Burmese in HKBU, Baptist U, we gather and have dinner together. So it make our connection strong. Now there are so many like so many students like my Bangladesh, my friend from Bangladesh, they always gather and make some culture event too. So there are so many students in your respective country. So please make connection with them, because if you are friend with your senior from the same country, it might be more easier for you to ask some question and to get more useful advice. And I also go like ice skating and hiking, so something like that. So for me, like I sometimes buy flower for myself, and I feel like it's rewarding. So for me, like having a leisure activity doesn't mean like you need to use so much money. It can be a small amount of money, but make sure that it can make you happy. So sometimes I buy flower for myself, and I feel like it's rewarding to myself. So and okay, so the last thing I think on campus job opportunities, so everyone might interested in it, and it's really, yeah, most of the students want to know that. So for as a year one student, I highly recommend you to focus on yourself on first semester, because you might be really overwhelmed, because as Shadow mentioned, we receive so many emails a day. So as a year one student, you don't know which one is the focus one. You don't know how to for me, like in the first few minutes, I feel like overwhelmed, because whenever I receive an email, I need to read all the email, and I don't know which one to focus. So that's why if in your year one, in just year first semester, I just highly recommend you to just focus on yourself and just be adaptable to the environment fast, and don't rush to get the job, because especially if you're a full scholarship student, it's okay, you can cover your expense. So don't rush to get the on-campus job, but always pay attention to the email. So now I'm a mental health captain, and also in year two, I will be a member. I will apply the mini IO, and also I am now the student ambassador from the admission office. So you can have this kind of opportunity, and you can get some part-time job from here. So just pay attention to your email, and then go step by step. So don't rush to work, and just be your, how can I say, like for the first few months, just adapt to the environment fast, and then you can get the opportunity step by step. Now during the summer, I'm currently working as a student helper at the international office in our university, and I think it's really great for me. And you can also get this kind of opportunity. So just pay attention to the email.
Okay,
Okay,
So-
that's all I think.
Thank you, Nini. So I would like to add a point on okay, this is the Nini's IG.
Yeah.
So if you would like to ask more questions, especially maybe on Myanmar, if you're coming from Myanmar, you can DM Nini and ask her for some questions. And I just want to add one point on top of Nini's sharing. It's about the amount of clothes, because Shandos just mentioned there is no actually real winter in Hong Kong, but then it depends. To me, there is. Because Shandos is coming from Kazakhstan, where, winter is like under 30 degrees Celsius. But for a Hong Kong women like me, 10 degrees Celsius can actually kill me. So, it depends. I know that some students, they're actually coming from some hotter cities, and like Nini, you just mentioned, right? Yeah. So you actually need some thicker clothes, but it's still okay. You can buy in Hong Kong, and it will not be a really, really expensive amount of money if you are not looking for branded products. Yeah. And there are so many questions. We tried our best to answer most of them, but please forgive us, because we may not be able to give really detailed information just in the chat room. So if you have more and more questions, more detailed questions, like about the offer, like about the conditions, please send email to AR Direct. Then we can provide you with a more detailed explanation and everything. Yep. So there's a question about how to transfer money from Myanmar to Hong Kong. Maybe you can DM Nini for more information, because this is really specific that we may not be able to answer here on live. And there's a question like how much money should they bring for coming to Hong Kong? Actually, this depends. So I cannot really give a very strict answer on this question, because it depends on how your spending habit is. Like Shandos, who like branded products, maybe he need to bring more. But then like Nini, maybe she's okay with everything. Then maybe she needs maybe fewer. And you may take reference from the Immigration Department of Hong Kong. They will suggest a sum of money that you should bring to Hong Kong, and I don't think you can come to Hong Kong with no money. Even though you would like to find a job once you arrive Hong Kong, but it depends. You may not be able to get a job very quickly, in Hong Kong. So to play safe for any emergency situation, you should bring some money with you anyways. Yeah. So there's another question. How can new international students connect to other students from other countries? There's no problem on that, because we are a small to medium scale university. So Shandos, Nini, you guys should get connected with other students within the very short period of time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have no worries on getting together with the others. And please don't miss any orientation activities. Those would be the very best opportunities for you to get connected and get contacts with and from other international students. And you should try your best to join those orientation activities, so that you can exchange your social media, and also you can join some WhatsApp group, this and that, and then you'll be very fine. No worries about that. Yeah. So home country before arriving at Hong Kong. So we'll have different webinars each month for our freshmen to be in the coming months. So please pay attention to your email box. We will send email to you inviting you to get connect with your faculty, with your school, and also with other freshmen. No worries on that. And okay.
Sure.
Arrival procedures, right? Yeah, arrival procedures. So we will send you emails. That would be more and more frequent on explaining to you about what you should prepare, what activities you should join, you should not miss, how to apply your Hong Kong ID card, this and that, we will send you emails. No rush. Please stay tuned. Yeah, we will have all the information to you later on, because it's just May, right? Yeah, it's just May. Yeah. So, can we use our Visa card in Hong Kong? Of course, right? Of course, you can. And you can also apply for a local Visa card as well in Hong Kong when you become a student in Hong Kong. Yeah, just depends what you like. Yeah. So, any more question? I think we can. I think I answer almost all.